When you think of the Serengeti, your mind goes straight to the big, obvious drama. The lions, the leopards, the apex predators, and the wildebeest crossings. I saw plenty of that, along with the vultures, jackals, and hyenas waiting in the wings. But as I sat there watching this massive, jaw-dropping landscape, I realized that the real magic of the Serengeti isn't only in the giant showdowns, as dramatic as they are. It's in the almost invisible, easy-to-miss ecosystems that keep the whole place alive. And honestly, it made me think about how we build ecosystems in our own homes. My name is Wilhelm-Volpi, and I'm a Christian author and speaker. I make weekly videos to help you live your faith, stay connected with the people you love, and find the good in everyday life. Subscribe if you want to see more. Look closely at thorny acacia trees. They have these small, bulbous, gourd-like structures, and inside them live colonies of tiny ants. So the tree provides the ants a safe home, and in return, when a massive giraffe comes along to devour the leaves, the ants swarm out and sting the giraffe's tongue. So this tiny ant protects this big tree. And then there's the oxpecker. You see these little birds riding shotgun on the backs of giraffes and zebras. They get a free ride and a literal all-you-can-eat buffet of ticks and bugs. And the host, the giraffe or the zebra, gets a meticulous built-in pest control service. They're constantly looking out for each other. But ecosystems are fragile, and they're not always perfect. Take those same oxpeckers when they land on a massive hippo. Sometimes, in their search for food, they'll pick at a small scratch until they create an open wound that wasn't there before, just so they keep their buffet door open. Nature shows us that even well-intentioned partnerships can sometimes get out of balance when one side starts taking more than it gives, like when we start picking at each other's vulnerabilities. In our relationships, it's really easy to focus on only the predator and prey moments of family life, for example, the big arguments or the major milestones, the college send-offs, the giant crisis, or those huge, wonderful moments. But a family's true strength is actually built in the invisible ecosystem of the everyday. Like the ant and the acacia, family connection is maintained through tiny microscopic habits. A shared cup of coffee, an encouraging text across the miles, helping with homework, holding a door, or choosing to protect each other's peace. Whether it's the quiet patience needed when showing a toddler how to tie their shoes, or the invisible work of holding space for a teenager's big emotions. Parenting is the ultimate exercise in this ecosystem. It's rarely about the big, grand gestures, and it's about the 100 small, invisible ways we show up day after day. In our families and our closest relationships, we know each other very well. We know the other person's strengths and weaknesses, and that is a privilege that's easy to forget and to overlook. Because we have this unique, intimate proximity to one another, the potential for that ecosystem to thrive or to struggle is magnified. So thinking back to this massive hippo and this small little bird, are we acting like the helpful oxpecker who's helping, clean things up? Or are we picking at a small flaw in our spouse or in our child until we've turned it into a wide open wound? In a healthy family ecosystem, we use our proximity to help and to heal, not to poke at raw spots. God designed us for interdependence. Love isn't just a grand sweeping gesture and grand sweeping emotion. Love is an ecosystem held together by the details of everyday life. The next time you feel overwhelmed by the big picture, zoom in. Focus on one small, invisible way you can serve, protect, or support someone else. Now, I'd also love to know which of these two safari partners surprised you more, the protective ants or the hitchhiking birds. Let me know in the comments and tell me one small way that you keep your own family ecosystem in balance. I'll see you next time.